Hi guys, Daz here with another episode of my showcase series, and this time it's episode 11, and today I'm going to be showcasing my Marvel titled books. So let's get into those books, starting with my only Marvel Age book, and this is issue 97, and I paid £1.50 for this. I think you pretty much know what it is, guys. This is the first appearance of Christopher Powell, who later becomes Darkhawk. Yeah, I've got Darkhawk issue 1 as well. So I've got their little partnership. Basically, it's a preview comic Marvel Age. And this is also the first appearance of Grace Powell, Jason Powell, Jonathan Powell, Mike Powell. And it's the first cover appearance of Darkhawk. Goes for some coin this way. Delighted to find that. Up next, I paid £4 for this recently from Planet All Stars, and this is Marvel Chillers issue 3, sought after key. This is the third appearance and origin of Tigra, who is Greer Grant Nelson. It's a good read, actually. I think she recently appeared in the West Coast Avengers, which isn't a good read. Onto my Marvel Comics Presents books. And up first we've got issue 14. And this is an undervalued book in my opinion. Marvel Comics Presents Colossus. And the reason I picked this up, this is the first appearance of Ramonda. And Ramonda is Black Panther's mother, who appeared in the Black Panther movie played by Angela Bassett. It's also the first appearance of Strike and Umberto Savios. So a pretty good key issue there you can find for cheap. £1.50 I got that. Moving on. This book eluded me for some time, but I have tracked it down. Marvel Comics Presents Cyclops issue 19. This is the second appearance of the Damage Control team. It's also the first appearance of Anne-Marie Hogg, John Porter and Lenny Ballinger. It was rumoured that Damage Control were kind of going to get their own little comedic series at one point. I know they appeared in Spider-Man Homecoming, didn't they? Right at the start, they were cleaning up all the mess, including Michael Keaton was there and punched one of the workers. I think that was Damage Control. Up next, we've got issue 26. This is another minor key appearance from the MCU. This is the first appearance of Cold Blood, who is Eric Sabin. And he appeared, I think he was the guy that was working for Guy Pearce's character. And he appeared in the Iron Man 3 movie. Eventually, I think he was killed on the airplane with the president, I think. Up next, we have issue 72. Before Wolverine, there was Weapon X. And this is the first appearance of the Weapon X program. So that's a real good key book. Only paid £1 for this, of Car Boot Tony of all people. And the Weapon X program appeared in loads of films. The X-Men 2 film, X-Men Origins Wolverine, Deadpool, X-Men Apocalypse, and the Logan movie. It's also the first appearance of Dr. Cornelius, who was Abraham Cornelius. And he appeared in the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie as well. And finally, it's the first appearance of Hines, Carol Hines, who also appeared in the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie. A lot of people don't like that. I thought it was one of the better ones, actually. Really enjoyed it. We've got to get Hugh Jackman back in some capacity, haven't we, for the MCU. Up next, issue 73. Back with Weapon X. And this is the origin of the Weapon X program. Followed by Marvel Comics Presents issue 80. Another of the origin of the Weapon X program. So I pretty much got all the keys that I want in the Marvel Comics Presents line, I think. Marvel Comics Presents issue 85. And this is the first appearance of Cyber, who is Silas Burr. Now, he could well appear at some point in the MCU. as a Wolverine villain. Yeah, he's talked about quite a bit in the forums and things. First appearance of Commander Courage, who was Guama Courage, and the first appearance of Dude in the really rad armor, Edgar Maropolis. What a name! And finally, from Marvel Comics Presents, we've got issue 118. This is Wolverine on the front cover. This is the first appearance of Doom 2099. You always find those 2099 books around, so I thought that was a pretty cool first appearance. And that is obviously Victor Von Doom. It's also the first appearance of Fortune, Tiger Wild, Wire, Exandra, and Zone. And it's a flip book, this one. Moving on. We have Marvel Knights, the 2001 Millennial Visions. If you can see this character here, guys. There we go. Supposedly the first appearance of the Punisher Ghost Rider mashup. Yeah, pretty cool. Had a couple of those. Up next, I don't get a whole lot of reprints, but you can't say no to this. It's not in great nick. It's only mid-grade. But it's the Marvel Milestones edition of Amazing Fantasy 15. Of course, first appearance of Spider-Man. And it is a good read. It is very cheesy and corny, but it's nice to have. I only paid it 50p for that. Can't go wrong. Up next, Marvel Now, .1. This was a character who was in my encyclopedia. The first appearance of Miss Thing, who was Darla Deering. It's also the first mention of Kobik. There's a character called Wiccan, who only appears on the front cover, and that is William Kaplan. And this is a regular Adi Granoff cover. Picked this one up recently. Love this book. I only paid 50p for it. Can you believe it? Marvel Premiere featuring The Legion of Monsters, issue 28. Yeah, the first appearance and origin of the Legion of Monsters, who is Ghost Rider, Man-Thing, Morbius, Werewolf by Night, and it's the first appearance and death of Starseed, who is Jared. What a great book that is for 50p. Up next, Marvel Premiere featuring Mammoth, issue 45. And this is the first appearance of Other Realm, Garth Lambert Gorjun. And I only paid £2.58 for that. So. Up next, Marvel Premiere issue 52. Paid 91 pence up for this off my friend David Holman. This is Marvel Premiere featuring Black Panther. No real key to it, but anything Black Panther is kind of hot. And it does go for some coin, this book, online. Got a couple of copies of that. Up next, Marvel Presents issue 1, Bloodstone. Yep. This is the first appearance of Bloodstone, who is Ulysses Bloodstone. It's also the first appearance of Blood Gem, which is a magical artifact that he uses. £1.83. Always on the look for a bargain. This was a bargain as well. This is the Marvel Projects issue 1, the variant edition. Paid £1 for this in Moss Books in Cheltenham. And this is the Steve McNiven sketch variant. And this does go for some coin. This is a 20 to 30 book all day long. Nice to have that in the PC. A recent book now. It's a free one too, but it is going to do okay, I think, this because they're in the animated show now. And this is Marvel Rising issue 0. And this is the first appearance of Ember Quad. It was in the Marvel Rising animated show. Ember Cabana Quad. Pretty cool book to have, because as well as that, I have Marvel Rising Alpha. This is the variant Ryan Gonzalez connecting cover. That's the first full Ember Quad, I believe. The other one being a cameo. Okay, up next we've got Marvel Spotlight on Captain Marvel issue 4. This is the first appearance of the Screamers. It was a group. First appearance of the Screamers. Up next, Marvel Spotlight, issue 7. This is a pretty cool one. Early appearance of Star-Lord in comics. I think it is his second appearance in comics. Obviously, he appeared in a magazine to start with. This is the first appearance of Heaven, which is a planet and a realm that they visit. But again, that goes for some coin online. You can get 25 to 30 for that on a good day. Up next, Marvel Super Action, issue 37. This is an Avengers 76 reprint, but the main reason I got it is the final issue of the series. Up next, a bit of a grail for me. My favourite ever villain on screen has been, to date, the Purple Man, played by David Tennant in Jessica Jones, that fantastic series. I would love a Daredevil 4. Maybe, I'm never going to say never, but it is pretty pricey. I think I could get one for about 100. But in the meantime, I'll make do with the reprint, which is Marvel Superheroes issue 24. Like I say, this does reprint stories from Daredevil issue 4, Strange Tales 94, and X-Men number 5. So you've got some 3 classic old stories there. Only paid £2 for this. Can you believe that? And they actually defeat Purple Man by wrapping him in stuff like cling film in the end, so he can't use his powers, which I found fascinating. Moving on to some team-up books and 2-in-1s. Got quite a few of these. First up, we've got Marvel Team-Up, issue 48, featuring Spider-Man and Iron Man. And this is the first appearance of Wraith, who is Brian DeWolf, and the first appearance of Jean DeWolf. They paid £2.50. Got a lot of books from John Christopher in that range. Love having this book. This book is obviously hot with the announcement that there is a possible Captain Britain and Black Knight movie. I've got first Black Knight. I haven't got the first Captain Britain then, because that was a British comic, wasn't it? But I've got his first appearance in American comics. So this is the first appearance of Captain Britain, Brian Braddock, in the USA. I've read this, it's a pretty good read actually. Also the first appearance of a pretty well-known villain, Arcade. First appearance of Miss Locke as well. Good book to have. To go with that, I've got issue 66. This is the second appearance of Captain Britain, Brian Braddock. Also the second appearance of Arcade. Pretty good, that one. That's a good read, that. They're in Murder World. Up next, issue 68, Marvel Team-Up, Spider-Man and Man-Thing. The reason I got this is the first appearance of Despair. Recently upgraded that. Marvel Team-Up, issue 93, Spider-Man and Werewolf. The first appearance of Danzan Macabre. Like I say, I only paid £2 something for each of these. Got 2 copies of this one. This is Marvel Team-Up 95, a real good key issue. Spider-Man featuring Mockingbird. Yeah, this is the first appearance of Mockingbird. Barbara Morse Barton. And she's appeared on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, I've got the first appearance of Barbara Morse. I think that is in like some kind of Marvel book, I think. But it's issue 4, I believe. Can't think of it off the top of my head, but I do have her first appearance before she becomes Mockingbird. So it's the first appearance of Carol Daladin. Now, Barbara Bobby Morse, there we go. First appeared in Astonishing Tales 6. So it was, yeah, I've got that book. In June of 1971. After a cameo in Contest of Champions 1, June 1982, Mockingbird appears next in the 4-issue Hawkeye Limited series, September to December of 1983. And the letters page contains a brief essay from Mark Gravenwald about the creation of Mockingbird. So the reason I got 2 copies, as you can see, that is a cents copy. I also have the pence copy to go alongside it. I just thought it was pretty cool to have both. Up next, this book's getting a little bit of buzz at the moment. This is the Marvel Team-Up issue 100, Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four. And this is the first appearance and origin of a character called Karma with Xian Koi Ma. Also the first appearance of Leon Koi Ma, Naga Koi Ma, Nugujun Nakok Koi, and Father Bowen. It's the first appearance and death of Tran Koi Ma and the first appearance and death of the Bull, Andreas de Rutter. It's got some Frank Miller and Klaus Johnson cover art. Karma, and this is interesting, the Karma is the first New Mutant to appear in the MCU. This issue predates the first appearance of the New Mutants in Marvel Graphic Novel 4 of December 1982 by 2 years. So that's interesting. First New Mutant. And next, Marvel Team Up 121. This is Spider-Man and the Human Torch. This is the first appearance of Frogman, Eugene Paul Colorito Batilio. On to Marvel 2-in-1. I showed this one recently in a Halloween one. This is The Thing, Ant-Man Thing. This is issue 1. It's got a bit of water damage, this one. It's low grade. About a 3.5, I'd say. First appearance and death of Molecule Man, who's artificial construct. There's some Gil Kane and John Romita Sr. Jr. cover art. But the interesting thing is, the text in the black bar near the upper left side of the cover above the issue number very clearly reads Marvel 2-on-1, not Marvel 2-in-1. So if I can just show you guys, just there, Marvel 2-on-1. I like my error books, I thought it was pretty cool. Up next, Marvel 2-in-1, issue 47, The Thing and the Yancey Street Gang. And this is the first appearance of Machine Smith, Samuel Starr Saxon. Moving on to issue 52, The Thing and the Moon Knight. This is the first appearance of Crossfire. And this is a Pence copy. Crossfire. 53, The Thing and Quasar. This is the first appearance of the NIF Command Group. Also the first appearance of Deathlock 2, who was Unit L-17. Herkimer, Oculithorpe, Gianna O'Connell, Myron Wilbur, and the second appearance of Quasar, Wendell Elvis Vaughan. To 54, The Thing and Deathlock. This is the first appearance of Screaming Mimi, Mimi Schwartz, who later becomes Songbird in the Incredible Hulk 449. I've got that appearance, I think, as well. So, and she's appeared in a few animated things I've seen. So it's the first appearance of Titania, who's Davida DeVito, Songbird, Melissa Gold, Letha, Helen, Felicino, and Pancakes, Marianne Pouncey. It's the death of Deathlock, Luther Manning. Pretty good butt, that. Up next, 55, The Thing and Giant Man. Yeah, this is the first appearance of Giant Man 2, played by Bill Foster, who was in the recent Ant-Man film. I've got the first appearance of Bill Foster too, in an Avengers book. Up next, issue 61, Thing and Starhawk. I only paid £1.67 for this, which is pretty good. This is the first appearance of Aisha, otherwise known as Paragon, Kismet, Her, Jaridia Stardust. And she appeared in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 movie, and I think she's going to be appearing in more MCU films down the line. Up next, issue 64, The Thing and Stingray. This is the first appearance of Black Mamba, who is Tanya Seeley, Anaconda, who is Blanche Sitzky, Death Adder, who is Roland Burrows, and Sidewinder, Seth Volker. Wrapping it up, we got issue 71, The Thing and Mr. Fantastic, and this is the first appearance of Maelstrom. It's also first appearance of Budam, Gronk, Helio, Nadar, Fader, and Phobius. My final Marvel book is a recent one. It is that gorgeous cover from In Hook Lee. It is Marvel Zombie, issue 1. And this was the sought after cover. Cover appearance by a zombie. It's a continuation of stories set in the Marvel Zombies universe. So that's my Marvel titled books, guys. All done and dusted, 120. Take care for now. Bye bye. That's over now.